Hello and good morning, beautiful friends. I am Tara Nolan from Transformation Tara, speaking to you about overcoming anxiety, because anxiety is something that is near and dear to my heart because I dealt with it and I've helped hundreds of women with it. It held me back in life, stopped me from getting on an airplane. One time when I was leaving for Costa Rica, stopped me from creating the success I was desiring, and also really can impacted me and can impact you in relationships. But what I love so much about anxiety is that there is a methodology to get to the bottom of it and to really, I will say, cure it. And I have cured so many clients, and I have cured myself. And at the time, that seemed completely impossible. And I'm not saying it's curable for everyone. I know that, for some people, you really need to have medical support. And I was taking pharmaceuticals at the time for it. There was a time in my life I was on 7 medications. I was stressed out and having a lot of anxiety about different things. And I can say for over 15 years, I have not taken one medication. And what I found is that it was really changing my life that made the difference. Like, when you have anxiety, there is something in your life that is off, and you have to pay attention to what that is. Also, there's several different reasons, but what's behind it all is that there is a message that comes with fear, that this is the wrong path for you to keep going on and you need to change something. And so many of us, especially in the United States, are accustomed to, let's just take a pill and not feel it. Instead, maybe the busyness of your urban environment is causing too much stimuli for your brain and for your heart and your energy, and you really need to be in a more calm Zen setting. Maybe it was a pattern a habitual thought pattern that was instilled upon you in childhood. So if your mom was always like fearful, oh my God, don't do that, you're going to get hurt, don't go downtown, people are going to rob you and rape you, and I don't know, I mean, don't be left alone in the backyard, or don't, like you can't do anything. This causes, like, oh no, this feeling in the child, you as a child, or maybe your children if you're a parent, that something bad will happen. And when you have this feeling that something bad will happen, of course, you're going to be in this place of fear and anxiety and be more paralyzed to take the steps in your life that lead you towards what you really want, which is maybe that freedom of being out on the beach in the ocean, that freedom of traveling. I mean, I traveled the world alone multiple times now, but at one point for 9 months straight, and now I don't even know, maybe 15 times at least, that I've been traveling the world alone. And I can honestly tell you, like, nothing bad has ever happened because I tune in. When something doesn't feel right, I don't do it. But I just believe that nothing bad's going to happen. And I'm not saying that's all you have to do. I'm not saying do anything and just believe, right? But I am saying that there is something true to the law of attraction, that when you think something bad will happen, you are setting out the energy to attract exactly that into your life. So parents, for example, this is really important. Parents that worry, what if my child gets in a car accident tonight? This is like the last thing you want to do, because it's almost like little prayers, and I don't like to get in a car accident. And I know that's harsh and it's going to probably offend some people or freak some people out, but I say it with so much love, because the intention that you put in the world is what the universe, takes in, sees and hears in whatever way the universe does that. So the universe hears the messages you put out. So the same thing happens in your life when you have this anxiety, this fear that holds you back. When you think, oh my God, bad things are going to happen. So now you stay paralyzed in your life and you don't take those steps to, like, get on the airplane, to see the world, to start the business that you want, to get visible in your business. And one thing that I know my clients have challenges with a lot is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome and this fear and anxiety all come really, hand in hand. Because if you think about it, imposter syndrome, if you don't know what it is, it's when you're like, who am I to be an international yoga teacher? Or who am I to be, a millionaire? Who am I to be a multiple six-figure business owner? Who am I to be a life coach, a business coach, to guide other people? I don't even have my stuff together, you might think. But maybe there's something that really is your gift that you have overcome, that you can help people with. And there's people out there that need you. And because of your fear and anxiety, like every time you think about getting visible, you get nervous, you get anxiety. So you're like, I could never do that. So that's why this is holding you back from sharing your gifts with people that really need you. And there are people in the world that you would reach that I wouldn't reach, that Tony Robbins wouldn't reach, right? I mean, whoever it is at any level, you all reach different people. And I would say the world is not saturated with coaches. Yes, there are a ton, and it's a growing industry, and it's working its way to $1 billion industry. But coaching is what really helps people to be happier and more fulfilled and more successful. So why not keep spreading that message and have more of that? So don't think, why me, if you are called to do that kind of work. If you are called to help others in some way, like maybe it's finances that you can help people in. Maybe it is healthy eating. Maybe it is nutrition or just happiness. One thing that I've been accused of, happily, is my clients tell me, you really shouldn't be call yourself just a business coach or a life coach. You really are as a happiness coach. And I love that, because that's what I care about the most, is that people find ultimate fulfillment in life. And I had another client she could not get on an airplane. She had so much anxiety that every person she even met, she would say, oh, I'm suffering from anxiety right now. I'm suffering from panic attacks. And we talked about it, and it really became something that she believed that was her story. And when it becomes your story, you identify with it. You say, that's who I am, and that's what I suffer with, right? And it serves you in some way to do that. So that's what you have to uncover. Why is it serving you? Why are you attracted to it? What are you holding on to? And when you get that awareness is the key to healing. So you have to uncover what the fear is and uncover why it's there. When you really get to the root of that, that's when you can start the process of truly letting go of this fear and anxiety, so you can live the life you're meant to, so you can find the success you deserve and the happiness that is right there waiting for you. Now, some fear is valid, right? So when do you tune in and say, okay, I'm at the edge of the cliff and I'm a little bit scared, maybe you should back up? That's true in life too. So you have to really look at the fear and say, is this fear here for a reason that I need to listen to it? Or is this fear here that is just been a habitual thought pattern or something new that's holding me back, that's keeping me safe, keeping me in the comfort zone, that's really not truly living the way I want to live? It's easier to stay in the comfort zone, but then I would have to challenge that and say, is it really easier? Because you're feeling anxiety and stuck, and it can even lead to depression. I mean, anxiety and depression are very close, because anxiety is so hard to deal with. I'm sorry, I didn't finish my story with my client. She had this story that she was identifying with, and she wasn't able to get on an airplane. She wasn't able to go anywhere by herself. At one point, she couldn't even get in her car and drive. So she had a doctor tell her, you need to learn how to breathe. And then the way the universe works, someone said, she needed to meet me. And we worked together through coaching and some yoga and breathing, and really uncovering what was at the truth of it, what was at the root of it. It's hard to do this alone. And I am truly more of a success coach. I really guide women, driven, strong, high achievers, to tune into their purpose and rise higher in success and share their gift. Sharing your gift. I help my clients to share their gift with the world and really live more fulfilled lives with balance. But so even though I'm more of a success style coach, the work in getting to the successful part is really what's transformative. And it's very much a healing journey. It's very much looking into what's been holding you back. And so that's why I often say business and life coach, because they go hand in hand when you want to rise. And I also don't have any interest in helping people make, I don't care if it's multiple 6 or 7 or multiple 7 figures if they're then miserable. That's not the work that I'm meant to do in the world. I know that I'm meant to empower people to rise to the highest version of themselves. And anxiety is something that I've dealt with a lot. And you will make different decisions on where you want to go in your business. You will make different decisions on whether or not you want to move. If you want to get into a more intimate relationship, whether it's a new relationship or with your current partner, your decisions will change if you have anxiety. If you're dealing with anxiety, you will not be able to step into that more intimate relationship, at least as easily. You will hold yourself back from moving to a place that you want to move somewhere in the country or out of the country. You will not take your business to the higher level because there's fear around that, and that makes you a little bit nervous or scared, right? So that it's letting go of what that fear is and realizing where it came from, why it's there, and how you can look it in the face and say, thank you for being here. And now it's no longer your turn. Because the fear has been there for some reason. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate my anxiety. I wouldn't suggest that. But I do think you have to look at were the beliefs instilled upon you that bad things will happen to you in life. Because that is something you can carry with you that will put you in a state of constant fear and anxiety throughout life. And please be very careful, parents, if you are putting that on your children. There's bad people in the world, bad things will happen, you have to do this. I'm not saying to, have them live in la la land, but just check yourself. Just check yourself as to, are you raising independent, empowered young people? Or are you raising people that should always follow in the rules and just not think outside the box and don't do anything different because bad things will happen? Then they're gonna be like, oh, I better just do this, right? I'm sorry, but that is a recipe for depression and anxiety. It is the path to depression and anxiety. And if this happened to you, don't be angry at your parents over it either. You don't want to be upset with your parents over it. What you want to do is be grateful that they did the best they could with the tools they were given. And if you've been a parent doing it, it's okay. You were doing the best you can with the tools you're given. And we're all just here on this journey of life, working to be our best selves and be better people and create a better world. And by, maybe even just tuning into this video or tuning into yourself, you're taking the time to go within and make those changes. Make the changes. It's Gandhi. Be the change you want to see in the world. So I will leave you with that. It can be inner child work and finding out where it first came from. We really specialize in this in my work. It's really going back to the first time that you felt that and really connecting with the little girl or little boy within and seeing what they were experiencing at that time, because you will hold that with you as an imprint throughout your life unless you heal it. And getting really conscious about how this is affecting you as far as rising in business, because where's your energy going? If your energy is going towards fear and anxiety, it's not going towards, the new possibilities and what you can build and how you can share and how you can give and how you can reach people, right? So your energy will go more towards the fear. And it keeps you in a place of, I say this with love, and I had to talk to a client about this yesterday, but it puts you in a place of being selfish because you aren't sharing your gifts. And when you share the real you're in a place of generosity and giving. and you just go past your fear and share anyway, because you want to make the world a better place. And yes, people are going to judge you. But when you get to this place of confidence and giving and service, it's like, who cares? Let some people judge and let some people talk. It's like so minimal when you're on a mission to make a difference in the world in some way. And that is really the amazing message of the women that I work with in my Manifest Mastermind. In the Manifest Mastermind, they're just so amazing. They're all overcoming their stuff, and they all just want to help as many people as they can help in whatever their way, whatever their gift is, whatever their soul calling, I call it, whatever your true calling is. And we help uncover that. So thank you for tuning in. By taking care of yourself and spreading empowerment messages to your children, you do make an impact on this world and make the world a better place. I do have a transformation day coming up. We have a retreat coming up here in California. If you want to come for a few days, I would love to have you. Just send me a message and I'll give you information, or you can go to my website, transformationtara.com, and see events. The Transformation Day also is a really powerful day where we take all that we've done, as much as you can in 5 hours. It's like our whole program. I jam pack it into 5 hours, so you get the goodness. Of course, we have a deeper dive on the retreat. So there's a few different things. I also have a free summit starting April 3rd, so you can check that out, and also make sure that you tune into that. Amazing Women Rocking It. It's called Women Rocking It. How to follow your soul calling and create a life you love. So I have some really amazing women who share their stories and their tips and what held them back, where their journey became challenging, and how they rose to the place they are today. So I think there's no better way to know it's possible than to see that other people have done it. So make sure you tune in to the Women Rocking It Summit starting April 3rd. It's free. And keep in mind that at the end of that, I'm having an interactive workshop called the Transformation Day, where we can do a deep dive with you in your life and business and see where your ideal vision is and what's holding you back. So with that, I'm going to close out and say, have a really amazing, beautiful day. Let go of the fears. And when they come in, when they have anxiety, know that there are ways to let go of that, even other than medication, and look at what the fear actually is. And if you need some help or support, please reach out. This is my life's work. This is what I want to do. So I love helping empower people to get to their next level in life and business. So thanks again. And I see Megan's on. Great to see you. And so much love to all of you. You're all amazing, beautiful people, or you wouldn't be here tuning in, because you are the people that are willing to look within and overcome obstacles in your life. And you are making the world a better place. So I'm sending you so much love for that. And thank you. And we'll be in touch.